now.
Okay, so Marty and Stu's special episode 9 of Star Wars, the Star Wars movies, Rise of the Skywalker, Rey, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Episode 9.
And
2019, hashtag, I'm an old man for doing hashtags.
and using your hands as inverted commas over a hashtag. I don't get it. What I was thinking and sort of telling you earlier
Yes.
was that how much of the world would benefit, do you reckon, from $4 billion?
From
A lot of people would benefit
$4
from
billion.
Yeah, it's like you could end world hunger with $4 billion. You could give everyone free education and health with $4 billion.
There's lots that you could do with $4 billion.
Instead, we get a Han Solo movie. So now we know
sick.
Now we know why he did the Carillion run in 8 seconds.
Yeah, parsecs.
That's worth $4 billion.
Yep. Yeah.
What did you think? Spoilers from the start.
Yep.
Spoilers.
All of it's spoilers.
Yep.
I was
So-
saying before it was working that if you're coming to us as a compass to whether to go see the movie,
Don't see the movie.
why are you listening to us?
Yeah.
We got no idea. We have a little bit of an idea. We
No,
got
we
no idea.
I'm
But
happy.
don't go see it. Like, it was Disney-fied trash.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah, like there's heaps of different things, but one of the things is like, let's show someone off camera talking. Oh, I know that voice. Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, and you
Whip
pan
hand
to
across.
it, Lando.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were saying
Lando
that the Lando Calrissian, or what's his real
Yeah.
name? Sonny D.
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D, yeah. Having him like latched onto the movie was just so fucking sad.
Just so
It's just sad to see this old.
He can't talk though.
Yeah, he
Like,
can't talk. He's hard.
Him and
Harrison Ford.
Harrison
Their
Ford.
lip. They got half a stroke. Like their lips like this, talking like that.
You go see him.
It's the
What?
force. It's the force. I
How
love
many
you.
drugs have they done in their time?
So yeah, he was dumb. But yeah,
Especially that Lando Calrissian.
just latched onto it.
He did nothing else in his life
Other than
Star Wars.
the actor. No, yeah, I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did, but he didn't.
No,
And
We
he
know
would
him
have just
from that.
gotten so much drugs and cocaine and hookers.
He was a good-looking guy. He still is a good-looking.
Yeah.
Guy. Yeah. The movie. Go. Tell us what you thought, Stu. I want to know what you thought
just-
because we just saw it and we haven't discussed it yet.
No. It was so disappointing. Like, I was so frustrated up until the point where I realized that I didn't need to be frustrated anymore and just accept that it is a pile of shit. And just I couldn't care. I could not care. And just so fucking shit.
I lost caring ages ago,
I know.
but you're gonna laugh at me because I liked this movie.
What?
I did. I felt things.
Oh my God, how weird.
I
No way. We'll come back in 3 weeks and you'll hate it again.
The stupid things in the movie are stupid and make no sense. But like I said with the Terminator movie, these movies that come out now, my bar is that low. I just want a movie not to insult me. That's all.
Surely it insulted you.
It really didn't.
Oh, fucking hell.
There was okay.
Last Jedi wasn't as bad as this one.
Fuck oath.
No way.
Fuck oath.
Why?
That movie had no direction or vision
It
or
did.
didn't know what it
Yes,
was
it
doing.
did.
It nearly knew what it was doing. This knew what it was doing. It was telling a story. Like The Last Jedi fucked up this trilogy so bad that this movie, all it was trying to do was fix that and then latch on a story about the Emperor being the grandfather of Rey. That was fucking dumb as hell.
Why?
That was in the leaks that I didn't read.
Where did he have a kid?
How did he come back?
What
happened to him?
This is the worst thing about this movie, in my opinion, was
Things
there's
just
no
hap-
explanation.
This happened. Just shut up and things happen.
They spend all of this time talking about what they're about to do rather than just fucking doing it. But yet they don't explain how they can fucking do shit. Like, what was that first? The first one was, what's the fucking light speed jump or whatever?
what's that?
Light speed skipping.
Yeah.
Hyperspace skip. What?
When was that?
How do you know how to do that? How do you know how to do what? This is not a thing. You just made it up. Yeah. And then he's like,
it worked, didn't it? All right. I guess the ends does justify the means. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's the movie is a killer in that it's, and I'm fine with this stage because I'm like, I don't care. We'll talk about earlier, like the convenience of things. It's like, we've got to go to this planet. Why? Because Luke was looking for the compass on that planet. Was he? Not according to the last movie.
He wasn't.
According to the last movie, he was doing nothing and waiting to die and not looking at anything.
Let's go back to the episode 7. What did they say he was doing there? Did they explain what he was doing?
Yeah, they did.
All they said...
He disconnected himself from the Force and he was doing nothing.
Yes.
Except he was looking for the compass.
No, they said he had a map.
No, the map was to find him. That was the problem with the last movie.
Yeah.
Problem with the last movie is that you got The Force Awakens where they're trying to... Luke has left them a map to find him.
Yeah.
They find the map, put it together, and then find him.
Yeah.
What do we get in the 7th movie? Why'd you come? I don't want to be found. 8.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be found. Then why'd you make a fucking map?
Yeah.
What was the last point? What was the point of the last movie? This new movie, The Rise of the Jedi or Skywalker or whatever, all it is them trying to piece together the fucking mess of the last movie. The last movie, Kylo gets his helmet and smashes it together. This movie is literally them piecing the helmet back together, trying to put the movie back together. And then what about when Rey is on Luke's planet in this current movie and she's about to destroy her lightsaber and Ghost Luke catches it and is like, a Jedi weapon deserves more respect than that. You fucking threw away the other one. What is happening? It's so funny, man. It is literally episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Just 8 is like, don't talk about it. Piece the helmet back together. We have Darth Vader's helmet again. Treat a weapon with screen. Luke had a plan. It's all planned.
Oh my God.
And the start, so
keep talking.
Kylo was like looking for...
Bogos, zoom out, you bastards. I can just see Marty's nose. Yeah, we can't fit ourselves in there. Put us over here, but you might be able to not be able to talk. Go, talk.
Can't we just... You can just edit this.
Talk.
Hello.
Yeah, just keep talking.
I'll
be sitting in front of it. There we go.
Yeah, so at the start of the movie, Kylo is looking for something. We don't know what. Yeah. He just finds the thing and he goes there. It's the back of your head. Anyway.
Keep going.
I can't.
Why? Why? Yes, go.
Kylo Ren was the start of the movie. Yep. Him on his little hunt to find the Emperor.
Delete. Yes.
Him to find the Emperor. I'm like, is Kylo Ren the hero of this movie?
They sure made him out to be.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Made him out to be.
He's going to be he's the good guy. Why are we focusing the first 15 minutes on him and his journey? Isn't this about Rey and her journey?
And they had nothing to do with General Hux. They had nothing to do with him.
They're like, that made no sense. When they're like, I was the one who was...
I was the spy.
I was the spy. Why? Because I don't like Kylo. I don't want you to win. I want Kylo Ren to lose. Why?
And
then they kill him.
Because he hurt my feelings.
We don't know why.
But...
You just made up because he hurt his feelings. We are not told that.
We're not told that. I know in the first 2 movies.
Yeah, he yells at him and he chokes. Yeah. He doesn't choke him in this one.
But they created that other general, the admiral guy.
To replace Hux.
Just use Hux and give him a better story.
Yeah.
He had a decent-ish story in 7 and 8. He was the Sookie, like, I want to be a leader, but I can't because of this guy. Okay, this episode... There's none of that. That doesn't get entered into conversation. It's, I don't want him to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but you got to have some motivation in that.
You want to win. Bring that in.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
You could have taken him down from the inside.
Easy.
Instead of just...
He had so much command.
Yeah.
From what you see in 7 and 8, Kylo only had Force abilities. That was his only thing, and he was Snoke's, like, pet. Apart from that, Hux had all the power. Hux was in charge of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I liked this movie.
Yeah, why? Tell me why.
Like I said, my expectations were ridiculously low, as always. It didn't insult me.
What movies insult
it.
you then?
That's it. The Last Jedi did.
Why?
Nonsensical decisions by characters.
Same in this one.
It wasn't. At least in this, it was forced and contrived and lazy and boring, but I knew where everyone was going. In the last movie, Finn had zero to do the whole movie.
Yeah, correct.
Poe had zero to do the whole movie.
No,
this
well, not zero, but very little.
This they at least had things to do. In this movie, what carried it for me was Daisy Ridley and fucking whatever, and Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. I'm just waiting to see their scenes. I fucking really liked their scenes together.
Their scenes were good.
And the movie nearly had me 100%. Okay, back up a little bit. They go to this sand planet because Luke was looking for the compass on that planet. We don't know why. They're flying around 1,000,000 miles an hour. They happen to crash in this one spot.
Yes.
This one spot they crash
Yes.
happens to be quicksand.
Yes.
They fall in it and die. No, they don't. They fall through the quicksand into secret tunnels.
Yes.
They happen to then find the dagger that they didn't know they were looking for in the secret tunnels.
Yes.
Then they're
So
like,
how is that not insulting?
hold on. Then they're like, there's writing on it. And then C-3PO goes, I can read it. Great. But I can't tell you what it says though.
Until later in the movie.
I know what we can do. I know a guy who can read robots' minds. We've got to find them. I can read his mind, but I'm going to have to wipe his mind in the process. And then we have that touching moment from C-3PO. I just want to see my friends for one last time before they wipe my brain. They wipe his brain. Only to have it reinstated later on. His brain's perfectly fine again.
The thing, they did that twice because they talked about it earlier. They introduced that they were going to do it. They probably did it more than twice, but two main ones. Like, R2-D2 surely has your memory stored.
No, but he's got bad memory capacity. What?
And then he does it.
And then he doesn't.
The other one was, let's get her to heal the snake in the sand place.
That was stupid.
What? So that we can tell what she's going to do later. Why do that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to know that she can do it to set it up.
No, they have to.
They have to, but do it in a smarter way.
Yeah. No,
like,
you can't. They have to.
Like you said to me in the movie, in the sand part, when the snake disappears, there's the exit. Clear as day.
Yeah. So they fall in this pit, and they find the body of the dead guy who had the dagger or whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then there's a snake that's a big snake that wants to sort of attack, but then Rey can sense that he's injured and he's got a big cut on his stomach. So she puts her hand on him and heals him. Is that a thing?
It is in some Force users.
Yeah.
In books, they've done that.
Right. So now she can heal people.
Yep.
He heals the snake. She heals the snake. The snake then moves, and then there's the exit.
Yeah.
So this guy ended up...
Who died.
Died.
A meter away from the exit.
Yeah. He would have been like, what's that snake doing? Oh, it moved. Oh, there's the door. What, the snake stayed... But the snake stayed in the position the whole time.
Did the snake eat him?
No, there was bone. Oh,
Correct.
There was bones.
Did
unless
it
he
spit
shitted him out or something.
But, like, how did... Why was... The snake didn't have to have been there.
No.
It was its home.
The purpose
of... that guy presumably had been dead. What's his name? Ochi. He'd presumably been dead for 10 years, 5 years.
To be bones like that, he was like bones. So I think that's like 80 years, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's that much. No, I think because that's who Luke was looking for. But that guy was a Sith Lord, wasn't he?
A Sith person.
A Sith.
Yeah.
Not a Sith Lord, just a Sith.
I don't know.
So in the books, one that I'm reading at the moment, it's called... Get back to me. But yeah, there's Sith people in it, and the Sith were around back in the old days, and they were actually a type of...
A race of people.
A race.
Yep.
And yeah, fuck. Do you know that other the other line that just made me almost gag laughing was, they're not rebels or they're not resistance, they're just people. What is that shit?
I can't even remember
That was
one.
when all
Who
of
said
the
that?
that was the bad guys are saying that. Where are all these
Oh, that's
ships
right.
coming from?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Where
said
are
it
all
a bit
these
wrong.
resistance ships coming from?
Yeah.
They're not resistance.
They're not
ships.
military ships
Yeah.
or something.
They're just people.
They're just people. But that's
fuck
about
is
this whole
that?
convenience thing. It's like
You don't need to say it. Why say it? That's worse.
They're fighting all the baddies and they're losing because essentially this movie is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
At the end,
yeah, it is.
It's the end. At the end of the movie, it's just Rey is in front of
the end of number. Yeah, no, you're right. Return of the Jedi.
yeah. Rey is in the throne room with Palpatine while her friends are all dying. Exactly like Luke, and he's like, strike me down and you'll replace me.
And then there's the celebrations.
But it's
Of all
literally
the people, yeah.
and that's why I've said this before about they can't do anything with Star Wars.
They can, but they choose not to.
I don't think they've proven
no.
they can't.
That is bullshit.
Well, we can only work with reality.
We can only work with what they've chosen to do.
Yeah. And it's
Not
the same.
every book ends the same
It's
way.
the same. Okay, but
So
I'm
why can't
talking
they make-
about the movies.
I get that. But you're saying that in the movies they can only do one
Correct.
thing. But no, that's not true. It just happens to be
the truth.
what they do.
Yeah. So it's not true.
It's not that they can't. It's just that they do.
Okay. It's not true. It just happens to be true.
No, what you're saying is they have no choice but to make the movies they make.
Yeah, they're proving that.
Do you reckon that's from higher up that's making them make those movies?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All Star Wars can be.
You have to ask that.
All
then.
Star Wars movies is just shooting, running. We're here. Now we're here. Now we're here. Now we win. But I still liked it. I liked that scene. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Fucking hell. I had too many thoughts at once. It's fucking annoying. What about when they're on that sand planet and Chewie gets caught,
Yeah.
right? And they see him go on that ship.
Yeah.
Finn comes yelling out and going, they've caught Chewie, he's on the ship. And that ship's flying away. And then she is able to hold the ship in place.
Yeah.
And then Kylo is then also trying to get the ship out of her grasp,
Yeah.
and they're both controlling the ship. And then she tries really hard, and she ends up doing Palpatine's
Force lightning.
electric powers and blows the ship up. Oh, you killed Chewie. I'm like, fuck, that's full on. Like, cool.
Yeah.
You know, she killed Chewie, you know. No, he was on the other one.
Yeah.
But we saw him get on that. What other one? No, he got on the other one. What other one? I don't know. And the whole time and then they're inside the ship, their own ship, upset that Chewie's dead. And I'm thinking to myself, Kylo Ren's still outside.
I know.
What did he do? What, just go walk home because his ship got killed. She chopped him in half. What's he doing
What's he
out there?
doing?
He just walks away or something.
There's so much of that. There's so much of that rubbish. Trash,
but
absolute trash.
Then the scene when they're fighting on and there's all the tidal waves, all the waves.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That was great.
But
because it was low key.
But it made me have that thought, though. I know that neither of them are going to die.
Correct.
So that sucks.
Yeah, that's
There's
why
no
that
fear of. There's no fear.
That's why Disney
that
movies
something-
suck.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
And
no fear of introduced that something will go wrong.
And that's what
because it always gets resolved. So I
Correct.
can just sit there and go, okay.
I know this is happening, but something good's
Sweet.
going to happen to balance it out. And Disney always have me on the hook. They did it in that scene when he doesn't kill her because Leia is communicating with him.
Doesn't kill her.
Kylo Ren doesn't kill Rey. On that thing,
Yeah.
she's down.
Yeah.
He's like this.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren doesn't kill Rey because Leia communicates to him. And he drops his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Rey snatches it and fucking dogs him and kills him. That's evil as. And he stabs him and he's dead. I'm like, this is sick. This is cool. She's killed Kylo Ren.
Yep.
And she's done it from a bad place. Fuck, where's this going to go? No. Then she just heals him.
Yeah.
And he's fine.
Why do they do it?
And that got me with, I've said this when we talked about The Last Jedi, the scene where Finn is going to suicide himself.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, this will win me over.
Yep.
Because he served his purpose.
Yep.
No, it doesn't happen. It's like, give me
You'll have to do it.
You're a fucking idiot.
Tough car. Yes, it can.
And so that was brilliant. I thought it was really good up until she forces him back to life.
Why do they need
And then
to?
the whole scene, and then when Han Solo rocked up, I loved that.
It's like there was not. Don't get me wrong. There was good things in the movie. The movie fucking sucked though. You can't say it was good.
No.
Do you know what was the most?
I enjoyed it.
I think something that was really insulting, almost as insulting as the end of the last one, where they're just able to light speed into other ships.
It just rewrites Star Wars.
Was that Rey now has all of the Jedis inside her? What?
When was that a thing?
That's not.
Imagine,
it's not. You can't just make that be a thing.
Imagine that you constantly got all these ghosts in your head. You go mad.
What? But she still didn't have like much power. What? She's using lightsabers.
No, she had dope power.
He has. Our Palpatine is killing the ships with his lightning, and then he can't get past one lightsaber.
Yeah, 2. She doubled it. And
at the start, it was 1.
Yeah.
Go around. Go like this.
Yeah, no, you're looking at it too hard. No, and I used to do that.
You should be able to.
Yeah, but if you look at the original 3 hard, you'll nitpick them. The problem
it's not.
The issue with them is they told a good story. This is telling a
average.
It's not even that. It's like we're in this problem. We've fixed this problem. Now we're in this problem.
Yeah.
We've fixed this problem. Now it's just constantly putting out fires, fixing the problem by convenience, by
someone
being
showing
forced,
up. Yeah.
Like
I made this. The quote that I told you in the last podcast that was from Alfred Hitchcock is that you should never, in any movie, allow something to happen to a character that isn't naturally going to happen.
Yeah.
They're constantly going against that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Matt, I keep butchering it, but yeah, Matt Stone and Trey Parker said that about how they write. They always write.
Yeah, they're talking about Family Guy.
No, how they write. They're like, we always want to make sure that with the characters we're writing, like, so therefore.
Yes, as a result of.
Yeah, instead of them sort of just getting forced into it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really looked forward to every scene with Kylo and Rey. I fucking loved. That was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yep.
The ending, like when Rey gets killed at the end, and then Rey gets killed. Rey dies.
Rey dies.
Yeah, and then Kylo Ren comes back and forces her back to life.
Oh yeah, I thought that was going to just go back and forth.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I'll save you. You save me for eternity.
Yeah. Yeah, they can both constantly be alive for a little bit.
Yeah. That would see if they could make something out of that, but like not on such a short scale that they depend on each other for life.
Yeah.
That could be a cool story.
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting that Darth Vader or Anakin or anything to do with the original 3 movies is never touched on. Never. The prophecy of the chosen one, bring balance.
Yeah.
None of that's... Actually, I think they did say balanced once.
Well, in the last one, part of Luke's training with Rey, he's like, there's always bad, there's always good. And there's always going to be a balance of the two. You just have to be careful not to get sucked into the bad one.
The Last Jedi was really bad and destroyed this entire trilogy. But it nearly wasn't. It nearly was. It's like they hit the ball really hard, and then they got caught. Instead of it going for 6, they got caught
because it was annoying. Because
it was with that whole when Rey and Kylo has that speech together, and he says to her, he goes, "The Jedi in charge, and then the Emperor's in charge," and it just goes back and forth. It's fucking not working. This good versus evil. He's like, we can just break it all and do something new. I'm like, yeah, let's see what that is.
Yep.
No. Why raise it then?
Correct. There's
just leave it as good v evil. Why nearly do something? Carrot, nearly do something different and interesting, only to then reel it back into good v evil.
There has to be the higher powers, because in as much shit as the prequel trilogies get, at least he stuck to his guns and said, "This is the vision. This is the
exactly.
fucking story."
Yeah, yeah.
There's no wavering. This is happening.
This is all over the shop. These ones.
So my guess is that the writers, they come up with these good things to happen, and then the Disney guys go, the kids are gonna have a hard time with that.
Processing this one.
Fix it, mate. Heal him.
And that's what I'm saying. Why Star Wars is very bankrupt.
Yeah,
because they can only do what they do.
Yeah, they're owned by Disney.
Yes.
They're owned by them. They're controlled by them. It's not a Star Wars film anymore. It's a Disney film.
Yeah. It's definitely still Star Wars because we've had 9 Star Wars movies of the same stuff. It's just the same thing with different faces.
Yeah, but you say that, but it's not though.
Well,
you could say that about sci-fi movies. You could say that about fantasy movies.
Nah, because like
Lord of the Rings.
Nah, because Game of Thrones is fantasy.
Yeah,
it's entirely different to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, totally. But it's still good v evil.
Game of Thrones is definitely not good v evil.
Pretty much all of them are.
Game of Thrones is not good v evil at all. That's what made it so good.
Intricacies are.
Game of Thrones.
The small scale stories are. The overarching stories not. But the small scale stories are.
Yeah, I don't.
It's still a battle of good versus evil.
No.
Or internal struggles of, am I being good? Am I being evil?
Yeah, that's different to good versus evil, not am I being or am I not being.
Well, I mean, there is that. I've literally just been watching, like me and Deb watched the Lord of the Rings while we're on holidays. Just something to do.
Yeah, purely good v evil. But
there's still heaps in that.
There is, absolutely.
Smeagol is a character.
Yep. What side's he on? Is he good? Is he bad?
He wasn't anything, and now he wants to be good, but he's bad. But yeah, anyway.
And but the good v evil stories that are sort of a bit basic, which Lord of the Rings obviously isn't basic.
Lord of the Rings is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's it pushes more the sacrifices that the good people maybe have to make and the choices they have to make. You know, Aragorn was this no one strider. I don't want this and that. It's like, fucking stand up and take this thing. Whereas that's what people had the issue with Rey in the first one, calling her the Mary Sue. She's like, here's everything gifted all the time.
I can't call her a Jedi. It doesn't make sense to me. No, she's a Force user. I can't. They're calling her a Jedi. They're like, you know, in the opening scroll, it's like she is the last Jedi. It's like she's not a Jedi. What? She's done the training. That's not how you're not a Jedi. I think once, even Luke, it's hard to say he's a real Jedi because
he wasn't at the time he fought like the Emperor and that.
Yeah. I mean, even once he had finished his training and stuff, he's loosely a Jedi. Rey is so far from a Jedi.
Yeah,
she just knows how to use the Force.
How funny was? Remember when the trailer came out ages ago of Rey, Dark Rey?
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's obviously a dream."
Yeah,
and then it was a dream.
Yeah,
like for 5 seconds. And what was maybe
that scene was decent. It was fucking Return of the Jedi.
That was Empire. Yeah. Because Empire does the best scene ever in Star Wars movies. The ones where Luke is fighting Darth Vader on the jungle planet and he beats him and his face blows up and it's Luke's face in there. Subtle, fucking brilliant. And you get it. And you understand the struggle.
But it also makes you look into it and go, what does that mean?
Yeah,
for Luke. What does that mean for Luke?
And they don't then, if that was done today, that scene would have happened and then you would have had Luke go, this makes me feel conflicted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He would have been talking to some random at the fucking Jedi Academy or wherever he was, the rebels.
Or even Yoda, he might have been saying it too.
Yeah, or whoever. And he would have been like, I saw my face in it. That means that I'm fighting myself.
Yeah.
That's what he would have said.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Rey said.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of the Emperor. I'm scared of myself.
Yeah, we get that.
We know.
But we got that when you blew the ship up with your bare hands and you were sunned. That was great. I was like, oof, that's good. That's good. Keep going with the goodness.
We should watch it and do a live podcast of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think because there was so much happening that I can't possibly remember it all in this podcast.
Yeah, I'm bad at thinking of things. I was thinking of this while watching it. The original 3 movies I've watched countless times. I don't know. The prequels I watched a fair few times.
I reckon I've watched them equally as much as the originals.
Yeah, I definitely haven't, but I've watched the prequels a lot too. The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, I saw twice. Never again, that's enough. Last Jedi I saw once, I'll never watch it again. This movie, why it's better than The Last Jedi for me is that I was watching it thinking, I could watch this one more time.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. One more time is more than enough of this movies.
See, I really liked the originality of The Last Jedi. There was original concepts in it. Whether they followed through, and again with The Last Jedi, most of the first half of that movie is awesome. The
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. Most of the first half of that movie was really good, in my opinion. Okay, the parts that sucked was the fucking Canto bite. It's just
the casino
just
planet
to give them screen time.
I've forgotten anyway, but yeah, the casino planet,
place,
yeah.
and from Crate onwards, the sand planet, the salt planet. From there onwards is just a pile of shit because they ruin everything.
But even before then, when it's just like killed Snoke.
Yeah.
Great. No, why was he in the last movie? Your parents are no one. And then in this movie, they try to retcon it when he's just like, yeah, your parents were no one, but your grandfather was Palpatine. Well, why didn't you say that at the time? Fucking bullshit.
But, yeah, I mean, I've heard, and this is all fucking whatever, but when J.J. Abrams wasn't doing the second movie, he gave Rian Johnson, this is what you should do. And Rian Johnson went in the bin.
Yeah, I don't like...
Which is weird, because surely Disney has something to say about that.
You'd think so, but who knows? Yeah. Who directed this movie again? What's his name?
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I don't like him. It's like going to get a meal of food for dinner and they give you a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah.
It's like, I like ice cream, but not for dinner.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he is. He's just like, here's this great looking fan service, polished things that looks great. I was laughing to myself, the scene, what about when they're on the planet, some other planet, where the Death Star had fallen onto, and she has the knife, and she's got the knife, and then we haven't seen this before. At this specific time, she pulls out a secret part of the knife, which shows like a moon thing. Yeah. And then she holds it and finds where she should go. What if you weren't standing there? You never would have found it? Like, everything is always so contrived.
The first time that I saw, or that I consciously thought that in a movie, was one of the recent Superman movies. And this was like 5 years ago, I reckon. That I was watching one of the Superman movies and they're fighting around the Earth. They're fighting. Like, you could not tell where you are, and they all of a sudden land back where they were. I'm like, what?
How?
What is that? That is everything that happened in this Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
It's that, like, what? Why?
Yeah.
How do they know? But I've always had that thought. But, you know, they have tracking systems when they're flying to know where they got to land. But when they don't know where they're going, how do they always... I could land in Africa and go, I'm nowhere fucking near where I need to be in Australia. Like, it's so far away.
That's funny.
What?
So what else did you feel about Star Wars, the new movie, Rise of the Skywalker? Rise of the Sky.
Rise of Rey. Not actual Jedi. Just couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less, I agree. But I liked it. I thought it was fine and good. I thought it was crap and...
bizarre.
I thought it was crap and stupid and predictable, but that's what I expect from Star Wars. I don't expect... Last Jedi floored me with how the decision... I was like, what? The decisions are just like nonsensical. Whereas these story decisions made sense. They were just predictable and contrived.
They made sense because they were given.
Correct.
So... Of course, they had to make sense. If the plot wasn't given to them by some random force of
it's like,
you know what I mean? Like that's not okay.
But it is for a Disney-made Star Wars movie. That's all you can ask for, and that's all you can expect. It looked pretty.
So
I love
annoying that
Daisy
that's the
Ridley.
case, though.
If Daisy Ridley wants to marry me, I will accept that in a second. I love Daisy Ridley.
Have you seen her sisters? They're good looking too.
Yeah. She's great on screen. I like her. She's very good.
Yeah. I don't like that. Why is that the case though? Why? It's just shit. It's just shit that should be what you expect. Why can't you expect more?
Because there's been 9 movies of the same thing and 2 spin-off movies of the same thing.
You haven't seen one of them, so you don't know.
Han Solo. Yeah, I haven't seen Han Solo yet. And I wouldn't see this. And I can safely go, I never will see a Star Wars movie again.
Because I like it. But if
because they've got you by the balls.
If they continue to be like this one, to me was the worst one.
No.
Yeah. Yep, I enjoyed. I still, when I watched Last Jedi, there's still things about it that I enjoy.
Rank the 9 now off the top of your head from best to worst.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, Empire, New Hope, Revenge of the Sith. Fucking love that. I love that film. I love it. It's so sick. Return of the Jedi. Then it's hard.
Then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Then they're all on par.
Yeah, they're all pretty much on par. But this new one was last.
Nah.
Yep.
There's no way. It was enjoyable. The scenes with Kylo.
I couldn't enjoy it. It frustrated me too much.
It
frustrated me more than any of the others ever have. Well, episode 2 has some excruciating dialogue.
Yeah, it's very bad. The
dialogue in this was so shit too.
People have got their, especially after The Last Jedi, people were just eating all the member berries they could find and were just like, yeah, the prequels actually weren't that bad. Okay.
No, I've always thought they weren't that bad.
Shut up. The prequels are terrible.
No, they're not. They're not terrible.
They are.
There's things about them that are terrible. But
terribly acted other than Ewan McGregor. The dialogue is like laughable.
The dialogue is...
Other than the forced storyline of the Jesus plot of Anakin Skywalker, it's just... And all the green screens and the act...
Yeah. There's a lot of shit things about it, but I love them. I love watching them.
Yeah. Mine would be, 5, 4, 6, 3... Where am I? 7, 2,
then the rest.
And no, then this one, then 2.
Come back to you in 6 months.
Then 1, then The Last Jedi. I fucking loved it.
I don't know.
I didn't love it. But there was a bit where I was like, this is sick. This is sick. I enjoyed watching them fight on the wave planet.
Yeah.
Their issues.
But
the ending was fucking dumb as hell.
It's not enough for me. I'm sorry, it's not enough for me.
So this movie left you with nothing.
No, it left me with frustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 4 out of 10.
Frustration. I'd say it's probably a 4 out of 10.
I'd give it a 3 or a 4. I still liked it.
How can you like a 3 or a 4? That rating system doesn't make sense.
For Disney, it does.
Forget Disney. Movie. Now.
But it's not, though, because it's a Star Wars conglomerate that we've all known has been around since the 70s.
Ignore all that. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Now what?
Then easily, if you just watched this on its own as an adventure movie, it's good. It's
frustrating.
It's good. It's the latched on things is what destroys it. With the latched on of Lando, the latched on of the Emperor.
Chewbacca is so pointless.
He's pointless. He's pointless in all of them.
What this? Fuck.
Yeah.
There's too much about this movie that I cannot move past.
I'm so surprised that this is the one you can't get past. But The Last Jedi, you're like, it has really funny bits.
Nah, it's not funny. There's things in it that I like. Like I really like the fight scene and the story climax.
The one fight scene in the throne room.
Yeah, and that climax of their storyline
nearly doing something cool.
Ruined.
So you really liked the fight they had on the Salt Planet. That was fun. That was exciting.
I told you, everything from the Salt Planet onwards is just shit.
Yeah, it's a lot before then. It's around the time when No one learns or grows or develops or moves on at all in that movie except for Poe. Poe learns to obey orders. Everyone else, they release some animals. Anyway, I liked it. The bits I liked.
There's just so much shit in this one, though. Like even the ex-stormtrooper thing. Let's talk about that for 2 minutes and then fucking...
The ex-stormtrooper thing?
The ex First Order troopers. The black chick that he gets along with.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for 2 minutes. Add that in.
Yeah.
Chuck that into there. Why?
Why are they riding horses?
Why? They're just horses with like hair attached.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of Team America when he gets the facial hair put on to cover. They're horses.
It's like, I understand you riding horses because you enjoy horses. Like, people enjoy riding horses. I get that, and people might enjoy it still in this Star Wars universe. But it's like, why use a horse? Use a fucking hover car or something. Or
but it turns out that it's good that they weren't driving a speeder. Because they said, shoot down the speeders.
They haven't got them.
Not aware.
So shoot their fucking horses then.
Correct.
In World War One, they came at them in horses and they got killed.
Yeah.
That was World War One, let alone space.
Lord of the Rings, now that we've been talking about it, that's brutal. In the last episode, when they're riding the horses, all the horses just fucking get demolished. Yeah. It's brutal.
The horses are in this movie purely because a genius, a multi-million-dollar genius,
save some money.
No, a multi-million-dollar producer, genius, writer in America has just gone. It'd be sick in a Star Wars movie if there was like horses, like cavalry, on a ship.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! How do we force the plot to get that?
Can I get back to the First Order Stormtrooper thing? Like, why introduce that character? My thought is so that they didn't have to use Rose.
She's so annoying still.
I feel such a shit character.
She's just her bobby little head is always in the corner of every scene.
Yeah.
She's like, and she says like well, we should be doing this. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't cut her from the entire movie because everyone would be like noticeable that she was gone.
It's just there's just so many of those choices.
When they all go on their little adventure and it's Poe, Finn, Rey, C-3PO and the ball.
You're not coming with me.
She's
yes, we are. Alrighty.
Yeah. No, but then Rose is like, I'm coming. No, you're not. They virtually do that in the movie.
Did they?
Yeah. She's like, I'm coming. And they're like, no, you're not.
No, she never said I'm coming.
They're like,
she wanted to.
They're like, you stay for Princess Leia.
I've got work to do. Yeah. I've got servicing of things to do.
Yeah. You stay here.
Yeah.
I always love it how they're on a sort of a bit of a reconnaissance. They've got to run from place to place, and they've got C-3PO who can't fucking run.
Yeah.
Why is he with you?
Yeah, always.
But he's with them because then we have the storyline of the brain wipe. And the other thing, it's always just them thinking of things. Hold on, they're like, what if C-3PO has red eyes?
Yeah.
Ooh, how do we get that to happen? Yeah. Well, this shit has to happen beforehand to get the red eyes.
I know. Yeah, but that though, you could say that about like Return of the Jedi and stuff. Like R2-D2 and C-3PO are just there because they were on the ship, and then
that's why they were there.
And then R2-D2 throws Luke the lightsaber so that he can cut down the
but that was part of the plan that they got the C-3PO took R2-D2.
You could look at it that way though.
No, but it's completely different because in that C-3PO brings R2-D2 to Jabba the Hutt's lair as a gift.
True.
And that was why he brought him there.
Yes.
But really it was so that he could shoot the thingo.
Do you have to pause again?
Nah. In this movie, it was we're just bringing him. And then perchance their ship fell in that place.
Yes.
Perchance they fell in quicksand. Perchance the quicksand didn't kill them. Perchance the quicksand went to tunnels. Perchance they found the dagger. Perchance it was...
In the meantime, they showed her healing it so that you know that she's going to heal Kylo.
Yes. Perchance the coordinates of what they're trying to find is written on the dagger.
Yep.
C-3PO can understand all languages. That's been established for a very long time.
Yep.
Perchance he's not allowed to speak the language. Perchance he knows someone who can wipe a brain.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know how can you ignore all that and say it's a good movie? You say you enjoyed it.
Because I enjoyed Kylo Ren with Rey. All their scenes were good.
That's not the movie.
Yeah.
That's the same as saying you enjoyed them in The Last Jedi.
Let me see if I can use another analogy. I think I might have used this one before. Let's say you have a dipshit, stupid-ass child who does nothing but fail everything, and then they get a D. Fucking well done. Well done. You don't go... You wouldn't say to that person...
You can do better than that.
You so-and-so got an A. Yeah, but this kid's a fucking loser. He got a D. Hey, well done. Usually you get 0, and you got not a...
I can't think that way. Sorry.
I can about Disney.
Yeah.
Done. Anything else?
I reckon. Yeah, it's just really annoying. I can't understand with the amount of books that they've done under the Star Wars name, comic books, all of that shit. There's some fucking good storylines in all of those. Why can't they make one of them into a movie? Or why can't they do a similar thing? I guess because you have to tie in the other shit, but you don't have to. You can tie in the other shit in other cool ways that don't rely on...
You can't do different strange stories in this Star Wars... What is it? It's not a trilogy. A sextuple?
Yeah.
What's a nine-tuple?
I don't know. Oct is 8.
Sextuple is 6. Something.
Sept.
Yeah.
That's 7. I don't know.
Anyway, nine-tuple. You can't do anything new and different in a nine-tuple movie.
You can, but they just didn't.
Right. So they've proven that you can't.
No, that's not that you can't. It's that they were made to do it this way. Why? Why can't you accept that?
Because I can only deal with what we know.
No, that's not... No, that doesn't equal that.
Yes, because you can't be like...
You can physically do it.
That movie was no good. Yeah, but it could have been good. That's nothing.
No, that's not the equivalency. It's like there is the possibility to write infinite amount of storylines that you don't even have to say it's Star Wars, yet somehow you could make it Star Wars, right? Mm-hmm. There's so many storylines that you can do. Why do they have to do what as you're saying, this,
it's rehash again and again of things.
Why?
Because the title of the movie is Star Wars.
No, because here's the argument. How can they have written so many books, comic books, all that sort of stuff with new and interesting storylines that relate to the original shit and yet aren't...
Because I told you, because this is a 9 series of movies. You've got to tell this story of these people.
They didn't have to from 7 onwards.
No, they didn't. But they did.
Yeah, but they did. But they didn't have to. That's my argument.
I still think they did have to. You got to have it about Luke. You got to have it about Leia. You got to have it about Han.
That's fine. You could. And there's things in each one of these 3 movies that you can grab from it and go, yes, that would have been good. Yet they chose not to. So they could have. That's my argument. They could have.
Yeah, we're stuck here. Yeah. Because they couldn't have because it's called Star Wars.
No. Disagree.
And we're stuck on that.
Disagree.
Because we're going to go around in circles that one. Anyway. I was laughing when she was walking around in like the old throne room of the Death Star, where like episode 9 ended or whatever. And I was just like, remember?
That was episode 9.
Episode...
Yeah.
6.
The scene...
I was just thinking of South Park. Remember this scene. Remember the throne room.
I love
when all your member berries.
When they showed Luke and Leia training, just so they could put the CGI faces in. Yeah. That's the only reason they showed that.
It's
what a waste of money that is.
Yeah. Leia did her training and then she stopped it. Okay. But it's already been established she was really good at the Force. Yeah. The last movie, she flew through space. Remember? We had that. Yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
They also wanted to sort of add in that she sort of beat Luke.
Yes.
She kicked him and he fell over.
Yeah, but the only reason they showed them with the masks off, so hey, we're good at this fucking
Mark
computer.
Hamill. What was Carrie Fisher CGI'd?
I think majority, I think 80% of her as an old person was reused footage, and they've changed the backdrops and changed the actual storyline to suit what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look CGI.
I think it was real.
Yeah.
I think it was real.
Fucking Han Solo looks more CGI than she did.
Yeah, and if you listen to her dialogue, it's all very short. It's all very like, don't think bad about droids.
Yeah.
They use that again.
And they used, what would she say to Rey? Don't be scared of yourself.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of who you really are.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of who.
And I'm like, she's Palpatine's granddaughter.
Yeah.
She might want to be a little bit.
A little bit.
She blew up a ship with her fucking electric hands.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It's better than I expected. That's fair.
That is a surprising outcome.
That's fair.
That's a surprising outcome.
I was expecting much worse. I was expecting nonsensical. I was expecting a movie that wasn't even competent. It was borderline not competent with its constant jumps around and we're here, we're there. This scene ends, go to the next one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. No. It's like I'm just watching it, and they're like, he's got 1 billion ships.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's also got 1 billion people. Where are the people? Where do these people come from? Who are they?
Oh, they're Sith.
Running the ships?
No,
they look
not.
like soldiers.
No, they are.
Yeah.
It was interesting to me as well. One, that the fucking trailers went for 25 minutes, or the preview shit, like all the stuff before the movie.
Oh, today,
which meant that I ate my popcorn before the movie started.
Yeah.
That could be a lack of self-control, but I had the small. But anyway, the other thing was all of the ads were for kids. I know it's school holidays. But that's
It's
because it's
Star Wars is a kids movie.
Yeah. That's interesting.
There was a few there's a few deaths in it. Guys get blown up and shot.
And they got healed again.
Yeah, no, I'm talking minor characters that no one gives a shit about.
Hux.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was so stupid.
Yes.
That was so stupid.
Why did you betray him? Because I don't want him. I don't care if you win. I want him to lose.
Okay.
Makes no sense.
Makes sense. Do you want to expand on it a bit more? Nah, let's just kill him.
It doesn't make any sense because it's like you're risking your
it doesn't make sense.
whole existence.
Yeah, correct.
You know,
He wouldn't do that.
If you're selfish and stupid,
How uncharacteristic of C-3PO to get his memory wiped and to be like, let's do it for the cause. He's never, ever said that this is good for the cause.
Yeah, he's always...
he's always like, the statistical odds are this and we will die.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we won't die because we've got these magical people that can use the Force. How uncharacteristic of him to be like, I'm going to do it for the cause. Anyway.
You know what I was laughing about in the cinema when they go, we only beat them, the Orlando, he's like, we beat them the last time because we were friends.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
You had good planning.
You also had Luke Skywalker, who was very, very strong.
Yep.
It wasn't just because of friendship. No. Played a part, maybe. I like how they ended up giving Chewie the medal.
Yeah.
After episode 4 when he didn't get one.
Yeah. Is that
yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Anyway, done?
I reckon we're done. You
recommend it?
It's very difficult to recommend.
Obviously, but it's actually easy.
It's the completion of a story.
It's easy to recommend. If you don't like Star Wars, don't watch it. If you like Star Wars, obviously you're going to watch it. It's the end of it. No matter what someone says. Mm-hmm. Whether you're like me and you just want to watch it to see how terrible it can get.
You didn't want to, though. I only came up with a suggestion to do this for the podcast.
Yeah, and and that was only for this purposes. Yes. Otherwise, I would have been more than happy to never see this movie. Yeah. I felt zero. Yeah. I felt a bit. Rey and Kylo were great. The opening scroll. Boom. I'm just like...
Yeah, nothing.
Zero.
I remember when I saw episode 7.
I was wrapped.
I was welling up. Yep. I was like, this is fucking so good. Yep. I can't believe I get to see a Star Wars movie again.
Yeah.
In the cinemas.
Zero. I remember that same thing. I remember... Yep. And then that... Yeah, the music and the scroll, and I was like, fuck yeah, so this is sick. And Disney won't fuck me over like they have before. And this, I'm literally feeling zero for it.
It didn't feel the same.
No.
It felt like a video game.
Yeah.
Half the time I was watching, especially when she found the one and he crushed the compass thing.
Yeah.
That whole sequence where she's talking, but just before where she's talking to Leia, that all felt like a video game sequence. Oh, we're about to go into a battle, and then it goes into the character. That's exactly like what it felt like.
Yeah, it looked like a video game.
A lot of those scenes just felt like video game sequences.
Yep, and it was. It was like it's this level. Yeah. And now it's this level. Now we're on the snow level. Now we're on the dust level. Now we're on the green level.
Yeah, but even the opening scroll, it just didn't. It didn't
grab you. It was boring.
It was shit.
Yeah.
It was like Kylo's angry because of this. He has to try and kill everyone so that he can be best.
Yeah. It's like Kylo is on a race to find the Emperor and kill him.
Yeah. When? Since when?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but that's like all of that.
Yeah.
It's like Rey's searching, Kylo's raging. Like, fuck me. Yeah, and it felt empty. It just felt really empty. Didn't hit me like...
No, nothing. I felt bland.
Yeah. I think the sound in the cinema was pretty average.
Average too, yeah.
That scene where she's hearing all the voices, like that to me was the worst thing.
That was big fan service. Here's a big fan service dick that you
But it also ruined, for people that read into a lot of the Star Wars stuff like me, I'm a fan. No, I don't know. Like, I like reading into the actual how Jedis are Jedis and you know, why like bad people, whatever. That was the most like frustrating thing, that all of the Jedis are in Rey. And then it's the fan service thing of like, here's all the voices.
Because I heard Sir Alec
Guinness.
Rey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Heard Ewan McGregor, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah. You definitely hear Luke, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Final words.
Nah, nothing. Left me with a feeling of nothing, but I did enjoy it. I did. I felt
so
it made me feel things, and then it snatched that feeling away with rubbish.
Yeah,
snatched it away.
Yeah,
but
see, I didn't.
It's
I
like
was frustrated.
Yeah,
I was too aware.
I'm just using food analogies. It's sort of like someone gave me a nice meal, and I ate it, and then they quickly said, "No, give it back," and they put their hands in my throat and pull the food back out and go, "No, you only get to taste something good. You don't get to eat it."
Yeah.
Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Disney overlords. All right.
All right.
Good.
Moving on.